Bum, 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 bum. All right, test. When you jump on, if anybody jumps on, let me turn this down. Got my fire going on behind me here. I'm setting everything up, so just bear with me. Maybe I'll sit over here so you guys can see the fire. How about that? How about that? Might just be me tonight. I don't know. Let's see. I figured it's time for a live stream, so I said here goes nothing. It's been about probably 6 months or so. I don't even know how long it's been now. 6, 7 months, I'd say. And this video is going to be a kind of a fill you in and catch you up on what's going on and everything, basically. So even if nobody jumps on this live stream, it's still going to post as like an update for you guys anyway. So kind of like I was due to do this kind of thing, and wanted to fill you guys in, and also fill you guys in on what's coming up and moving forward and all that stuff. So here we are. November 9th, 2023, approximately 6:30 Central Time. Got my coffee here, my Dwight Schrute coffee mug that says Beats Battlestar Galactica. Buddy Steve got me this. Steve from work. He doesn't work with us anymore. He moved. Good guy, though. If you're wondering what kind of coffee I'm drinking or that I usually drink, it's community coffee, the coffee and chicory flavor. Highly recommend it. I recommend most community coffee flavors. They're all pretty good. So I'll just wait a second here to see if anybody, let me go ahead and type, see. Okay. Hi, everybody. And if you can't hear me, or if you can't see me, or both, just let me know. But it looks like I'm not on mute. So everything looks good. I'm just going to start talking and filling you guys in, because I was originally going to just do an update video. This is my vlog. It was going to be like filling you guys in and updating you moving forward, and just kind of like, day in a life, like what I've been up to and stuff. Then last second, about 30 minutes ago, I was like, oh, I'll just do a live stream. It'll be like a hybrid. It'll be like a live stream / vlog. So if nobody even comes, I know it's a Thursday night before the Marine Corps birthday, and Veterans Day. I know people might be busy and leaving town and stuff like that. So I don't expect a ton of people to even really be available right now, but it was a last second decision and all that. But anyway, everything's going great. Man, the channel's still growing. Subscribers are still growing. Again, I don't do this channel. I don't do this for subscribers and for anything except for the fact or the purpose of, my own joy. It's a hobby, basically, I was just blessed that it took off as fast as it did and all that. But it is exciting to see it grow. I like to see it grow because I love to know that people like it enough to follow it. And they like what I'm doing enough to want to watch more videos and be a part of the channel. So it's growing every day. It's exponentially growing more and more every day, which means I'm getting more and more subscribers every month, like more subscribers than I did the previous month and all that. So that's going well. As you can see, I'm doing about one per week right now, one video per week. And that's just because, not because I have less time or I'm getting burnt out or anything like that. It's just solely for the fact that until I get the time and the money to really travel abroad, like really outside of the state and further out and have more means to do that, um, I kind of got to keep it local, or in this area. And so if I was going at the 2 per week pace, like I did for the first 6, 7, 8 months, however long it was, I would not literally run out of stuff to do, but I'd virtually run out of stuff to do. Like I would just be like always trying to find little things to do. And I don't want to be one of those channels. Not that there's anything wrong with it. And there'll be videos here and there once in a blue moon where it's just me doing random stuff. Like it won't be like a purpose vlog where it's like, we're going to see this place, we're going to do this. It might just be a vlog of me just, hanging out, like, or whatever, like talking about something or whatever, because some people have YouTube channels like that, or they have, excuse me, I'm not trying to be gross in front of you guys, a channel where they just, a lot of the time it's just random stuff. Like they're going to the store and they're cooking and they're just hanging out, talking about random things. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's millions of different channels out there, but mine's more of an intentional vlog. Like we're going to go see places and do things and talk about certain places, things, people, whatever, and so, which is obviously what you guys like. It's what I like too. Excuse me, get the hiccups. And so, yeah. So, what was I going with that? Anyway, so if I would have kept doing 2 a week, I would have got to the point where I would have had to just include more random day-to-day vlogs, like day in the life stuff, which I'm sure you guys would have liked, but I don't think it would have been very appealing, unless you guys do find that stuff appealing. And then I'll gladly throw in a random Saturday morning vlog where I'm just drinking coffee and running errands. Like, I don't know. It's not really my thing, my forte, but I don't know. But anyway, so everything's been going good. Still working full time. Still doing my photo booth. We're in the busy season right now, so have an event Saturday night. This will be the 3rd or 4th Saturday night in a row. We're starting to get into the double bookings, which means like usually late October through November, and then the calm before the storm, and then December comes, and that's when we start double booking multiple dates, quadruple booking, triple booking, multiple dates in December. So kind of getting prepared for that, but that business is growing too. We do have a pocket full of employees, people that we have in our back pocket to work events, usually younger kids, more energetic teenagers, and kids in their young early 20s and stuff like that work events. So it's starting to scale up, and we're kind of doing that deliberate movements and steps with that. So that's going good. As for, well, I'm still doing the channel. That's like my hobby, my escape. Still doing that. Still doing all of the ins and outs of having a channel, trying to plan things. Don't really have right now. I'm trying to just maintain the once a week thing, kind of more of like a every 7 to 8 days, usually not more than 7 days. I don't like to go more than 7 days without posting something. So and I'll get to my plans here in a second. Nothing set in stone, but these are my goals and plans. But once I'm able to get out more and travel more and kind of get further out and travel further out and, outside the region that I'm in, you'll see a whole slew of more and more interesting places, like just, random cool stuff that's, roadside America, more celebrity graves, more celebrity houses, more historic stuff, Civil War, World War II stuff, all that kinds of things, all those kinds of things. And then just cool places, like I said, the roadside stuff, like the world's largest pinball museum and things like that. Like I want to include a lot of that kind of stuff on my channel, but South Louisiana doesn't have a lot of that. Excuse me. I'm coughing and choking all over you guys. South Louisiana doesn't have a lot of that stuff here. A lot of history here, but there's not a whole lot of like fun gimmicky stuff down here, like you see on other channels, which I do want to include. And I do know for a fact it'll definitely make my channel more interesting, at least for me. So I do plan on doing that and moving forward. So another plan, and I got this idea from watching a lot of the van life channels. I got on a tangent and I've been on a rabbit hole with van life because I'm just becoming obsessed with it. Not because I really get a kick out of watching all these young millennials just not work and make money off of YouTube, just living in a van and doing nothing all day. Not hating on them because I enjoy the videos, but it's not my thing. But anyway, I got the ideas from the van from them. And this is not, it sounds like a pipe dream and it sounds like it's kind of lofty, but I'm thinking of, well, I'm not thinking of, I'm planning, I'm working on planning to get my hands on like a Sprinter van or like a, like a ProMaster, Dodge ProMaster, or like a Ford Transit. When I say Sprinter van, I mean like all the above, all the different brands, and kind of building it out, not to live in it, not like a van life, or I'm not trying to do all that, but more so like a, just kind of have a bed in the back, some cabinets, just bare minimum. So for multiple reasons. For one, and I don't know if I'd like trade my truck in for it or not, although it'd be a lot cheaper and maybe more practical because I don't really need a truck for anything except for my photo booth equipment. But if I have a big van, I can just put the equipment in there. So it's all the same. So actually the van would be more practical for everything I need it for. But anyway, for my photo booth business, for now, if we don't use a trailer, if we're quadruple booked, we have one trailer. So one of us is taking the trailer and usually the other person, which is me, I have to load my equipment in the back of my truck. So you have to worry about weather and things like that. So I got to tarp it and stay out of the rain and try to waterproof all the stuff. So I'm thinking of part A was get a camper top, and just that's still probably in the plans for the truck and all that, just so I could have, protect the equipment from the weather and all that stuff. And so that's kind of here or there. But anyway, so if I did get a van, if I have a van, then I could just, when I have photo booth events, I could just pack all the equipment in the van. It's huge. So it's way more than enough room in there. So I could go to do events. And when I go do events that are further out in town, 4, 5, 6 hours away, which we do sometimes we do events further away than that, I could just stay in my van, and not have to drive back the same night and not have to spend $200, $100 on a hotel room. Saves money. It's practical. And on top of that, for this channel, for the YouTube stuff, I could go, let's say on a random weekend, even on a regular 2-day weekend, I could drive 8 hours away. I could leave on a Friday. I can drive 5, 6 hours, see some things. I could drive into, 1 or 2 states away, 3 states away, and vlog some really cool stuff, get 2 or 3 vlogs done, and then just sleep in the van and then drive back, which cuts out, if you figure I'll do that for 2-3 nights, that's hundreds of dollars that I would save by not having to pay for a hotel room. So it'll kind of pay for itself, and the practicality of it all would be awesome. So, yeah. So I'm looking into, that's the best way to put it. I'm looking into the possibility and the practicality and the affordability of building out a van. Now, it would make more financial sense for me to just trade my truck in for it, which I got no problem doing because those vans are nice and they're just good value. They're more practical for me, and there's just more room. There's more, like I said, the word practical just keeps coming up and popping up. So that is going to make my channel so much more fun to me. I really, at the end of the day, I do this channel for me. It's my hobby. It's my artistic outlet. It's my therapy, I guess, but not like to say it like that, but it's just so therapeutic to do these things. It's fun. That's why I love doing them so much. And so I'm trying to maximize my opportunities to be able to do what I really envisioned for this channel. When I set out on day one, or before day one, I said, this kind of channel I want to have. These are the types of places I want to vlog and visit. Doing that would exponentially, it would leapfrog me so many steps to get to that point. And I know for a fact you guys would enjoy the types of places that I plan on vlogging. I knew in the beginning that it was going to be mostly Louisiana, like where I live, because obviously I don't have all this money to just go travel all the time. And I understand that. Luckily, I live in a place that um, promotes a lot of history. It's a lot of culture down here, a lot of cool things, festivals, and all that stuff. So I've been lucky, and I've been very blessed to do that. Very fortunate to have a place and live in a place where I can have so much to vlog. Because there's many other states out there where I would have run out of stuff a long time ago. So, but that is my goal for the thing, and I am moving towards that. There's no rush. It's not an overnight thing. I don't have to get a van tomorrow, but that is something that I decided in recent weeks and months that I'm going to start looking into. It just makes sense all the way across, and it saves money it saves money and promotes my YouTube channel and betters my YouTube channel, and it saves a ton of money for my photo booth events. Because sometimes I'll do a photo booth event like 4 hours away, and it's just on that brink, on that line where it's like, okay, well, I could drive back if the event ends early enough, if I'm feeling good enough. But in reality, and a lot of people don't realize this, like when I do a photo booth event, it's weeks of planning. You're talking to the client for weeks ahead of time usually. And then usually the day or two before, you're starting to kind of get into crunch time. You got to plan event. You got to load all the event graphics and stuff in the back office online for the event. Get all that stuff ready. Plan the logistics. Make sure, figure out which one out of Sean and I, who's working the event, or if we have to pay somebody to work the event for us. And we got to coordinate all the logistics. And then once we figure that out, we got to work the whole day around it. If it's a Saturday, which most events are on Saturdays, that's a whole day, because you wake up in the morning, might get to sleep in a little bit just to kind of get, to rest up, because it's going to be a long day, a long night and stuff like that. So we do all that and then get on the road there, figure out and get, you get accustomed to the layout and all that, and coordinate where we're going to set up, unload everything, load put the kiosk together, set it up, run the test, and then you got to work the event for usually on average 3-4 hours. You have to work the event. And even if you have somebody working with you, it's still work. You're still there. You're still networking and, running a business basically. And then you got to, afterwards you break it down, get, pack it back up in the vehicle or the trailer. And then you got to either drive all the way back home or go to the hotel. So it's a whole day. It's exhausting. So you can imagine some days, even when I'm 2.5-3 hours away, the last thing I want to do is drive all the way back home. But sometimes I'll do it. Most of the time I'll do it. If it's like New Orleans or something like that, which is like 2.5 hours away. A lot of the time, if the event ends at like 11, I'll just drive back home, because I've slept in usually that morning and it's all good. So, but sometimes even driving 3 hours, I'm just exhausted. So having this option is just safer, more practical again, and all that. So, hey, Auntie, is it just Ann or Auntie? Welcome to the, you missed it earlier, but I was saying this is going to be just a regular vlog I was going to make about like what I've been up to and like moving forward and stuff. And then about 30 minutes before, I was like, oh, I'll just make it a live stream just in case anybody wanted to jump on and say hi. I didn't expect many people at all to be on it just because it's so last minute. But I was kind of feeling everybody in. I'll say everybody, whoever ends up watching this on what I've been up to and moving forward and stuff. And so, plus, you see, I got my Marine Corps shirt on, one of my many Marine Corps shirts on, and you saw my thumbnail probably with my my boot camp picture on it. That's my boot camp picture, and I took that in 1999 when I was in boot camp, somewhere between August and November, probably September, October. We took that picture of '99, so 24 years ago. I turned 19 in boot camp. In fact, the day I turned 19 in boot camp was the gas chamber day. That's a true story. And I was all pumped about it because I was like, I got to spend my birthday in boot camp. I got these commercials. You guys see my fire in the back? I was like, I already got to spend my birthday in boot camp. I'm going to make the most out of this gas chamber day. And I had a blast with it. It's really not that bad. If any of you ever been in the military, and they use a CS gas tablets. It's more of an irritant than anything. It just gets in your pores and all that, and your nose, makes your sinuses run and all that. And there's people that just flip their stuff in there. Like they freak out, like just crying and freaking out because they just can't take it. It's nuts. And so it's funny. I say it's funny. I'm not laughing at those guys, but it's still kind of funny because they're all your friends, and you give them a hard time, but these are freaking out. And I was just in there, I was like, I'm not letting it get to me or whatever. And then, of course, like you always have to shave every morning. So you have a freshly shaven face and your pores are all open. Then they put the CS gas on you when you got to don and clear your mask. The CS gas gets on you and it just burns all it's like putting aftershave on times 10. It just irritates your skin. It stings, gets in your eyes and your nose and your nose. Your sinuses just empty. Your sinuses just disassociate with your everything else in there comes out. It's gross. It's nasty. So it's fun to watch, like 90 something, 100 something Marine or recruits in a gas chamber, like a barn experience now. So that was my birthday, my 19th birthday, right around the time I took that picture. And tomorrow's a Marine Corps birthday. It's not today, November 10th, 1775. So this is 248 years old, young. And I didn't time it this way, but I got my Marine Corps haircut going on right now. No, I'm not bald, which you guys have seen in other videos. I'm not bald. I got plenty of hair. It's just, it's easy like this. Just in time for the Marine Corps birthday. And then the Marine Corps birthday is always the day before Veterans Day. So it's like Marine Corps birthday, Veterans Day, all this free stuff and people telling you happy birthday and stuff, which is cool because only like a week and a half after my regular birthday. And then my dad's birthday is November 20th and his is 10 days before, or 10 days after the Marine Corps birthday. So all of our birthdays my dad was obviously a Marine too. So all of our birthdays are right in that triangle. Yeah, thanks, Ann. Thank you so much. Oh, your husband was in the Army? That's cool. What did he do? Do you remember what he did? You know what his MOS was? Yeah, it does burn bad. It's just an irritant. And they tell you that like it can't hurt you. I guess anything could hurt you in excess, but it's the amount they put in there. It's just CS tablets that they put on like a burner. It's like being in a sauna where you drop like the rocks in the water and the hot rocks and it steams up. It's like they have like a burner plate, like a cooking plate, and they put these CS tablets. CS is like cesium, cesium sulfur, something like that. I forgot. Whatever CS is, chemical. I should know this from having my chemistry minor in college. I should know this. Cesium sulfate, something like that. It's not dangerous really. It's just an irritant, but like it gets to you like just physically, but it's all physical. And it's used for gas chamber, for the gas chamber stuff, when you go to boot camp. Or they do it in the fleet too. Like once you graduate boot camp and you go into the fleet, you got to do an annual gas chamber qualification. Something with the guns. Yeah. I guess we all do a little something with the guns, huh? You're probably saying he was like a grunt or something, like he probably was in the field, maybe. Anyway, Ann, I was saying, I'm just talking as if nobody's here because this was supposed to be just a vlog of me filling you guys in. And I was going to post it. Like I said, last second, I decided to make a live stream out of it. So anyway, I'm talking about maybe getting a van, like a Sprinter van, maybe trade my truck in for it and kind of not really building it out to live in it, but just building it out to sleep in it, like a bed, a couple of cabinets, mini fridge, something like that, maybe some backup power, something like that, put a TV in it, basic stuff. And then over the next few years or couple of years or something, I'll just add on to it and really make it more elaborate. And so just to have something more practical for my photo booth business when I'm out of town, when I'm far out of town, 4 or 5 hours away or further, which we do events all over Louisiana, East Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. Get the hiccups again. We were in Nashville last year, so we travel a lot. I'll save myself hundreds of dollars on hotels. Well, over time, tens of thousands of dollars on hotel rooms if I can just stay in the van, keep my van. When I go out of town, I have to put my equipment in the van, all that stuff. So as for the channel, for the YouTube channel, it'll allow me to go further out. As of right now, you got to think if I wanted to go like to Houston or something and do a vlog, okay, well, it's like I got to drive all the way to Houston, and it's like 3.5 hours away. 3.5 hours away. Do the vlog, spend time over there, and maybe sleep in my truck, which is not a good sleep. That's not like I got to find a place to park and just sleep right, all exposed in my truck. not really a part of my plan. And so when if I had a van, I could just sleep in the van, which is made for that, and take my time. And I could travel further, do cool vlogs. I could do one or two vlogs in a day. Find like an RV park or camp place or whatever, park my van and sleep in it, and have everything I need in there, and then drive back or do another vlog the next morning or something, drive back. Or if I have like a 3-4 day weekend, I could just do that. I can sleep in my van for 3 nights. I mean, think about how much money I'll save on not having to pay for hotel rooms if I had that. So it'll definitely expand the channel. It'll give me a whole lot more opportunity to do the real types of videos that I really want to do for the channel. Not that the types of videos I've done so far are not what I want to do for the channel, but the things I have envisioned that Louisiana doesn't have a whole lot of, that's going to really start amplifying and really start giving me a lot more meat and potatoes for the channel and for you guys too. I know you guys will enjoy it because there's a lot of stuff you see already, a lot of stuff you guys are enjoying already, but just a lot more variety for sure. But still along the same lines and the same feeling, the same vibe and all that as the channel that I've been doing already. It's still going to be me, can't change that. So yeah, I think it sounds like a great plan too. I just, thought about it. I've talked about it. I've asked some people, friends of mine who have vans, and everybody, it's not like a van. It's not like a minivan or something. It's like, these Sprinter vans are big. It's like an RV. Actually, when you buy them, you can finance a Sprinter van like you can an RV. And an RV, it's different. And you guys probably know this for those of you who have or know anything about that stuff. You can, when you finance or whatever, or lease an RV, it's almost like buying a house. You can finance an RV for like 15, 20 years. It's not like a car where it's like 5-6 years tops, So yeah, these vans are way expensive and they're like sometimes $100,000. You can get them for $50,000, $60,000 without you could build them out yourself, which I'll probably end up doing it that way because I don't need it all elaborate. So I'll probably get one on the lower end, not built out. But either way, I'll probably, if I trade much, I don't know, whatever. But I mean, you could still, if I got a Sprinter van for like say $60,000, $70,000, that's a lot of money for a vehicle, but I could finance it for like 10, 15 years or something. So my note would be probably lower than what I'm paying for my truck now. So again, it makes sense to do it. It's more practical. But I don't know. I don't want to do anything stupid. I don't want to do anything just because like, oh, it's some weird, ideas I have and I'm going to just make a bad decision. So, but it'd be cool because I could also film on the road, and it's just, it's great. It'll help the channel out. I think it'd be great. Never got the time. Yeah. Time is not my issue. The money is the issue. And I say money, not to sound like that. I don't have money issues. It's not to sound like that. But I mean, think about it. Like if I have like this weekend, great example. This week I have a 3-day weekend. I got off of work at 2:00 today, a little early. I usually get off at 3:30. I have all day tomorrow off. I have an event Saturday night, which is like 20 minutes down the road, 25 minutes down the road, right here locally. Then I have all day Sunday off. I mean, it's basically a 3-day weekend, So if I had nothing to do, if I had no events, and I'm getting my kids tomorrow night, I get to spend some time with my kids tomorrow night, and then through Saturday afternoon until I go do my event. But let's say I had a 3-day event, a 3-day weekend. It's like, okay, well, I don't have all this money just to spend on, vlogging. But it's like, okay, well, I'll just put a whatever how much, $80 to $100 of gas in the van and go, whatever. Go to Mississippi somewhere, go to Alabama or somewhere, and just like drive 6, 7, 8 hours away, and just do some cool vlogs and go to Graceland or something, stuff like that. And then I'll just stay in my van. And the thing about it is I've been doing a lot of research. There's these places, not like RV camps and RV places, but there's places where you can just go and like it's community type places where people go and park their vans, like these little van communities where people go and park and you can sleep there. Usually they'll let you sleep there for like a day. You can't like live there. You can't like long-term rental it or whatever, but it's free. You just park there, like first come, first serve, and you can just do something like that. Think about it. Let's say I say Graceland because I want to go to Memphis. That's one of my upcoming things I want to do when I get the time and money to do it. I go spend 2 days in Memphis. I mean, think about it. Let's say if I only went for 3 days, 2 nights and 3 days or something like that. I mean, that's 2 nights. That's easily, almost, I'd say $400 realistically to get a decent hotel. That's not in a bad place. $400 save just like that. It's by not having to pay for a hotel room. Oh, your husband used to travel for work? Yeah, well, it's a great idea. I mean, the whole RV rental thing is a great idea. And like I said, the way it, and especially over the last few years with all the van lifers really sprouting up and stuff. And you guys can see it. Y'all can watch it on YouTube. There's some great channels out there. It's kind of like if you've seen one, you've seen them all, but they're fun to watch and they're peaceful and stuff. And people just go to these awesome places. But they these sprinter vans, like the van life, is becoming more and more like RV life. You know, people are kind of building them out the same. So basically, they're building out their vans to be a mini version of an RV, like a 2/3 version of an RV, like size wise. So it's definitely a smart thing. You'll see more and more. Every time I take a drink, I get the hiccups. And so, friends of mine who live in Colorado, I asked them, I was like, is there a lot of that out there? And they said, oh, yeah, there's tons of it. There's like all you see is van life or people that are like, get sprinter vans. And I say, when I say sprinter vans, I'm saying all the brands like Ford Transit and the Dodge ProMasters and stuff like that. And they're just cruising Colorado, cruising the coast in California and just driving across the country, doing whatever they want. And so what you saw, 40, 50, 20, 30 years ago with the RVs, now you're starting to see with the vans. You'll start noticing, you'll start seeing more of the sprinter vans and stuff out there just driving around, especially if you live in one of those really nice places like Colorado or whatever. Yeah, it might be a good idea to do the RV. That might be a good idea. Just try it out. Like rent an RV a couple times. It's not a bad idea at all. Try the barbecue. Where at? Did I miss something that you said? Place to get barbecue? Yeah, people did use the Beetle van. That's cool. You don't see those anymore. Oh, Memphis? Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely getting some Memphis barbecue. No doubt about that. I already got some friends of mine I work with who already recommended some places for me to go out there when I go to Memphis. Like I said, if I wanted to, I could sleep in my truck. But I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, so I can't lay sideways completely in my truck. So there's going to be some neck cracking and, it's not going to be a great night's sleep. I mean, I could do that technically if I wanted to, but I mean, I'd rather do it in comfort and style, and really, I say not so much style. I'm not worried about the style, but you know what I mean? Figure of speech. I'd rather do it when I'm comfortable and have the space. But Beetle vans are cool. You just don't see those anymore. I mean, you do see them, but here and there, you just never. I mean, you can spot them out once in a blue moon. Let's see. So moving forward, so the van, so that's in the plans to look into. I'm gonna start looking into that. I'd still like to get a house soon. I'm paying off a bunch of debt right now, a bunch, because I need to get my debt to income ratio lower so I can get a house. Because the market's so stringent right now, and me being a single guy, not married, and not I'm not co-signer. There's no joint income or anything like that in my household or whatever you call it. So banks and all them, they're really stringent on like, oh, we want your debt to income ratio to be lower. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it's just the way it is now, I mean, 20 years ago when I was like in the Marine Corps, I didn't even make as much as I make now when I was in the Marine Corps. And the way the market was back then, you could buy a house whenever you wanted. Like I could have bought 3 houses back then if I wanted to. Just say, oh, I'll buy this one, whatever. I'm exaggerating, but it's how it was. They're just throwing it out there. You can get what am I trying to say? Not car, loans. You apply for a loan, you get it. It's like you want a house, you get it. Now everything's so tight. So I'd like to get a house. I want to get a house. I got 2 young kids. I kind of feel bad because when it comes to my apartment, what you see here, it's a nice little apartment. It's a 1-bedroom apartment with like a study attached to the bedroom. It's like almost 900 square feet. It's not tiny, but it's not big. Not much of a yard here. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's people who live full time in New York City in an apartment their whole lives and they have kids and all that. So but I'd like to get a house. I'd like to get something with a yard and all that and have more of a comfort something of comfort and substance for, like, not just for me, but for my kids. Have a place to, even with the channel, if I start traveling, doing this a lot, just have a place to come back to that's, more homely. Not that my apartment's not homely, but you know what I mean? Something more homely, something to start building equity with and all that. But again, I'm not trying to make stupid decisions, so I'm looking into that. So paying off a lot of debt, trying to get that going. Yeah, you're right. And that's just what, talking about, you said the interest rates are high. So if I had a bigger place, more to take care of. Yeah. And that's the stuff I'm thinking of, I'm already busy. I already work full time. I have two, actually, my business partner, Sean, a photo booth business partner. He and I are now partnered up with my photo booth business. He's brought me on. We're partnering up. Well, let me back up. So I do my photo booth business. I also do my social media marketing business, my digital marketing business for clients. I'll do their social media marketing, SEO, Facebook ads, social media ads, Google's ads, all that stuff, and marketing, kind of digital marketing you want. I've been doing that for a few years now. And so Sean happens to have a vinyl business, printing business, promotional products business. And so he's brought me on. I partnered up with him with that. So he and I are kind of partnered up on the promotional product side. So if any of you guys need promotional products, let us know. Like koozies, hats, tents, all that stuff, anything, hats, anything that needs promotional products, like your business name or wedding invitations, things like that, napkins, all that. So we do that. So that kind of complements my marketing business, because I can promote my marketing business, my digital marketing business, as not just a digital marketing business, but also promotional products. Then a buddy of mine from back in the day, he's a fellow veteran, introduced me to something very recently that has to do with digital marketing. And it's a digital marketing course that I can sell, that you can sell. You join it, and then you can sell the rights. You get the rights to this digital marketing course, and you can sell it as many times as you want, because it's digital. And it's a no-brainer. It's a great program. It's not like MLM and stuff like that, which I'm not hating on, because I've done MLM in the past and there's some great ones out there, but it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. So it's nothing like that, but it's just something it's a company that created this digital marketing course, and then you can buy it and then learn digital marketing, and you can sell the course infinite amount of times to people who want to learn digital marketing, and or if they want to do it as a business like me and just sell it to people. So I'm doing all that now. So I got like 3 side businesses. And then I got kids. I got my 2 kids that I try to see as much as I can. And then, of course, my YouTube channel. So it all goes in priority, or pretty much in that order. So none of it's overwhelming. It's all just, it's very meticulously planned and evened out and paced, So so I got a lot of that going on. I'd like to get a house one of these days. I'm not rushing into that, but I do want to get a house sooner or later. And let's see what else is going on. What else is going on out in the world? Crazy world, Matt's world. Don't know what I'm going to do for the Marine Corps birthday tomorrow yet. Probably just sleep in, drink some coffee, stay in my sweats for a while, kind of relax. I get my kids tomorrow evening, so may do something Marine Corps-ish just to celebrate. Who knows? Maybe go visit Jacob and Joe's graves at the cemetery that I showed you guys a couple times. Maybe go out there, see some of my family and friends who are buried at the Veterans Park and all that. Maybe do that. Then Veterans Day Saturday, I have an event Saturday night, but I'm not really working it. We're paying somebody to work it for us, like one of the younger kids, but I still got to go help them set up. So most of the day Saturday is going to be, or half of the day Saturday is going to be with the kids. And then that's that. And then Sunday, I don't know. So don't know exactly what my next blog is going to be. I got some ideas. I got 2 or 3 things in the queue, but I don't know which one's going to be next. Kind of depends on how it lays out. Yeah, 4 places to take care of, like 4 houses. Yeah, I am a busy guy, but it's not like, some people are like truly busy, and they're overwhelmed. And I don't live my life that way. I never want to be overwhelmed with work. I mean, obviously, you know, that I don't have any desire to just be overworked. My full time job is a state job, government job. Because I'm an environmental scientist. It's very laid back. I got very easygoing bosses. I make my own day to day schedule. I mean, I'll have a set time schedule, but I can fill my days however I want. It's very laid back. It's like a family. I basically get to go to work with my friends every day. So that's not stressful. So what I spend the majority of my time doing is something that's not stressful and not, I work overtime if I'm on call, but it's extra money for me. I look at that as a positive thing. So that doesn't stress me out. Photo booth business is probably the most stressful thing I do, but it's not stressful, if that makes sense. But if you put them all on a scale of stress scale, that'd be the heaviest thing. But the stress is more so just because you're dealing with different clients every time. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what that party's going to be like, what the people are going to be like, what the venue's going to be like, what the logistics will look like. You just never know. So it's stressful in that way, but not like as an anxiety thing. It's more just like, like I just don't. And some days, like the last thing I want to go do is work a loud, crazy event, and with loud music and stuff. And you're not in the mood for that a lot of the times. So, but that's seasonal. My photo booth, we have events all year, but not nearly as much as the end of the year where the busy times are. So that's like the most stressful thing I do. Social media marketing, digital marketing, that's easy because I know how to do that stuff. I mean, I just set people up and I run ads for them digitally. I don't have to go crazy places and deal with crazy people. I mean, I'm just kind of doing, online stuff. That's like working from home. That's like the most ideal thing I do. That's what I'd like to do ultimately. I'm not one of those people that are just like, oh, I just dream my dream and I'll work from home one day. One day I would love to work from home full time. That'd be great. But I got to be smart about it. I'm not going to just jump into something it doesn't have permanent potential, or like long-term potential. Landlords are not fun. That's another thing. The apartment complex I live in, I know the people very well, the front office. I lived here before for about 3-4 years. And then I went to go live with my children's mother. And then, it didn't work out. So I ended up back here because I knew the people. It was easy to get back in. It's a great community. It's surrounded by a beautiful part of Lafayette, the most beautiful part of Lafayette. That's all around me. I got Costco across the street, Target's right there. I mean, there's like 80 something restaurants within a half mile. No exaggeration. I think Lafayette has like the most restaurants per capita in America or something like that. It's crazy here. You can look it up. It's a fact. And there's like 80 restaurants within a half mile here. As a crow flies half mile radius, which is not big. There's about 80 something restaurants. Got Whole Foods right there next door. I got Albertsons across the street. They're building a Dave & Buster's right across the street from the Costco. Topgolf is about to be finished right behind Costco. We got Dick's Sporting Goods right next door. All these restaurants. What else? I mean, just crazy. We got everything right here. It's a great place to live. Right in the Mecca, in the center of Lafayette. So to go buy a house, it's like, okay, well, do I buy a house where? Out of town, further out of town? Further away from where everything is. I mean, literally right now, my office is, it's 4 minutes door to door, or 4 miles door to door from my apartment is to where my office is for work. It takes me 8 to 10 minutes on average to get to work. So as you can see, yeah, I'm a busy person. I got a lot going on, but the way I have the things I have and the way they're lined up and the way they're managed and what they are in and of themselves are not very stressful. So like anybody else, there's stressful situations and everything here and there, but none of the things I do are just stressful all the time. Or it's just like, I hate doing this. I hate being here. Like, I'm lucky and I'm blessed to not have that, to worry about that. So yeah, working with the public, that's the one part of my scientist job that's can be stressful. If there's anything with my scientist job that's stressful, if anything, it's dealing with the public, handling complaints, environmental complaints, and people calling and complaining about the spills and things like that. That's the part that really can get irritating. And the most irritating part is dealing with the public and people, certain people, regular people, civilian people that are just doing things they're not supposed to be doing. And you have to deal with those people, sketchy people, dangerous people sometimes. But ultimately, in the long run, I don't want to be doing all these things together. I don't want to be doing all these different side jobs and all that. Ultimately, perfect situation, perfect world, I'd have one thing bringing me solid, steady income, reliable income, and then do YouTube, like traveling on the road, doing vlogs on the road with YouTube. Ideally, I would love to find something I could do from home or online, remotely, to where I could just work from anywhere. You know, that would be a dream come true. I'll say it will be a dream come true when I can make it happen. I just have to make it happen. And so if I could make good, solid, reliable, long-term, steady income online, remotely, so I can work from anywhere, I could just be on the road. Not 100% of the time, obviously, because I have no desire to be on the road all the time, but have the opportunity to do that if I wanted to and when I want to. If I'm working remotely and it's another week and a half until I see my kids again, let's say, and I have nothing to plan, no events, no photo booth events, I'd be like, I'm going to go drive to Arizona, make a trip to Arizona, spend a week driving to Arizona, spend a few days there and driving back. Go in my van, make money, still working every day, do a few hours of work every day, do some vlogs along the way, stuff like that. That'd be a dream. But I got to make that happen. I got to be smart about it, got to be mature about it, and just build it and find that one thing that's going to do that for me. And then hopefully, as my YouTube channel grows enough that I'll be making hopefully substantial amount of income on here. I say substantial, but a sustaining amount of income on there to where it really supplements and helps out. And I'm also on a track now to pay off a lot of debt. Like I was saying earlier, my goal is to just have like no debt except for maybe a car note. And so if I have hardly any debt and just a few bills, it shouldn't be that hard to do, But still, I want to set a future up for myself, set up a retirement, set myself up for the future. I don't want to be left 65, 70 years old with no savings and no money because I've just been living the life, living it up and doing stupid, making stupid decisions. I don't want to do that. Come too far along to do that. As much as it's appealing as it is to do that, but the older you get, people get crazy. Yeah, tell me about it. In these times, man, it's nuts. Yeah, see, that's perfect. You said you live 20 minutes out in the country. That's perfect. And around here, all the suburbs of Lafayette, they're kind of like that. They're kind of built up. There's kind of like a little town feel to them. But you can still be in the country. Being in the South, obviously, there's plenty of land. So it's kind of like that. You can save a lot of money by moving in the country. 15, 20 minutes outside of Lafayette, you can start saving a ton of money. It's night and day. Yeah, I have a plan. That's my plans. That's my ideas more than they are plans. But they are plans, as loose as they are right now. The most solid plan I have right now is I'm paying off my debt. I'm going to stay where I'm at living situation wise until I'm not just going to move to a house just to get a house. I'm not desperate. And the vehicle situation. And again, I don't want to make any stupid decisions. I don't want to make a stupid purchase, like a van purchase, and be stupid. And if I do get a van and do that, especially if I trade my truck in for it, it has to be something that's going to be solid vehicle that's going to last. Doesn't have to have a warranty. I don't even have a warranty right now on my truck. It already expired, so I'm not really worried about that. But if it's a reliable vehicle that's not too old, maybe a few years old, that has a lot of life in it, a lot of miles left in it, then I'll trust it. Like something I could do. I could just be my full-time vehicle. Way more practical. But anyway, I'll stay on for another few minutes. I'll stay on for a few more minutes here. This is supposed to be all the stuff I've been talking about. Oh, I forgot another commercial on. Ooh, a Reese's commercial. Love me some Reese's. Let's watch this one. Look at that. Oh, I already went back now. It's on its own. So yeah, it was just kind of catching you guys up, filling you in, moving forward, all that stuff. And I decided last minute to just do a live stream. I didn't really expect anybody to jump on, so I'm kind of talking to myself. And then Ann jumped on. See, a couple other people were here and there, dipped in and out. So that's yeah. Happy Marine Corps birthday, 248th Marine Corps birthday, November 10th, 1775. Ton Tavern, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A little pub. That's where it all started. And Veterans Day. Veterans Day was incorporated in the '20s, '30s. It used to be called something else. I can't believe I slipped in my mind. It used to be called, you guys know what I'm talking about. So celebrating all that this weekend, but still got things to do. So I'm going to relax, enjoy it. And if there's anything you guys want me to vlog, any ideas, near or far, always just send them. Always put all these ideas in a black book. So when it's time for me to come up with ideas, depending on where I am, if I'm close to any of those areas, and I try to do those and make them happen. Memphis has a bunch of stuff I want to do. Memphis has the Lorraine Motel where Martin Luther King was shot. That's like, I'm sure you guys know about that. Like that looks almost the same as it did in 1968 when he was assassinated. Obviously, Graceland. I've been to Graceland before, but I want to go back and vlog it. And you can't really vlog inside the house and stuff like that, but you can still vlog around it outside and all that. You can take pictures. I'll make a vlog out of that. The hotel, the Elvis Experience Hotel across the street. I'd probably stay there just so I can experience it. I heard it's pretty cool. And then things like that. I also want to see Beale Street, Sun Records. You know me, I'm going to definitely go visit Sun Records. That place is amazing. Right along the lines of Elvis and Johnny Cash and all that, like I vlogged the other day. Also got to do a part 2 vlog at the Louisiana Hayride. Once I got to call those people and figure out when they're open, like when I can go inside, because you can go inside and tour it. That's gonna be a part 2 of that one. So those are in the queue. Memphis is not immediate. That's gonna be next. I'd love to go to Memphis in the next couple months or so. Maybe after Christmas and all that. Maybe after the holidays, I might go and try to do Memphis. But I do have some things planned for the next couple months over here that they only do seasonally in South Louisiana. So stay tuned for that. Trying to think what else. But yeah, send me ideas. Always feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you think of the videos. If I need to be better at something. If you can't understand my Cajun accent, which I don't have a strong Cajun accent, but I'm mostly kidding about that. But if there's something you guys would like to see more of or see less of, what you think would make the channel better, I'm open to ideas. You guys are like a family to me. So if any ideas you have that make the channel better, more exciting, I'm all ears, all eyes. Yeah, all I could say is the channel's growing. You know, it can't be dying if it's growing, and it's been growing. So, man, I'm at 11. As I checked this morning, I'm at 1,176 subscribers, and this past 30 days, I got like 32 or 35 or 36 subscribers, 30 something subscribers in the last month. That's pretty good, and that's more than I had last month, and that month was more than last month. So it's a steady climb now. You know, the more videos I make, the bigger the channel grows. The more videos are out there, so it kind of exponentially helps everything grow. More videos I make, the more views I get, the more subscribers I get, and all that stuff. So it's exciting. So already at almost 1,200, and that's very exciting. Very, very humbling and very grateful for that. If all those subscribers went away overnight, I'd still do the channel. I'd still do it the same way. I'd still keep on doing it because it's just my way of, it's my hobby. And so I love it. And all that. So, yeah. Hope you guys like these live streams. Just me babbling about useless stuff. No research, no plan. Like I just thought of it. I knew all week long. I knew. I was like, well, it's been a busy week, so I was like, what am I going to do the next blog on? I don't know. What am I going to do this on? It's just been so busy of a week, and then I've been kind of implementing this new business, the digital course thing I was talking about. I've been kind of getting that set up the last couple of nights and all that. So, like, I got to do a blog, got to do something, and it nags me. Once it gets to the point where it's like I know I need to film something, it starts bugging me, and so. But all week long, even last week, I was like, I'm due for a live stream. So I kind of had in the back of my mind already that the next one was going to be a live stream or just an update video, whether it's live or not. It's going to be just like what I'm doing now, but with or without an audience. So I knew it was time. I think I looked last. I think I haven't done a live stream in it's like 6 or 7 months or something like that. I was like, man, I didn't realize it was that long. I like to do one like once a month. Once every month and a half, every 4 to 6 weeks, something like that, do a live stream, connect with you guys more, And of course, I'll announce them more further out. I didn't expect anybody, to be honest, to jump on this one because it was so last minute, which is fine because I was expecting it. More so, I was going to spend this time to just kind of update you guys and sit here in my lovely fake fireplace living room with hopefully ample lighting in here to kind of relax and make this video. So we're at 56 minutes. I'll go till 60 minutes on the dot, 1 hour, and then I'll hang up. So if anybody else that's on here, it's like we have only one person. It might be Ann still. But anybody want to jump on and say hi before I hang up, feel free to. If not, no big deal. I'll see you on the next one. I'll announce the next one next time I do it. I'll try to do these. I promise you guys, I'll try to do these every 4 to 6 weeks, a live stream. And if, I don't know, the demand goes up, if all of you guys are like, we want to see you do these more often, I might just do them like once every 3 to 4 weeks, And of course, I'll still be doing the same amount of regular vlogs every week, once per week at least. And then I can throw a live stream. So maybe like every 3-4 weeks, I'll throw in a live stream along with that. So almost at 100 videos. See how many videos I have. Let's see. I kind of lost count the last few that I made. Let's see. 88 videos. 88 videos. Oh, yeah. Okay, the last live stream I did was 4 months ago. The last live stream I did was 4 months ago. Still way too long. I didn't want to hold out that long. I didn't realize that the last 4 months have definitely gone by quick. So what was I saying? 88 videos. So in a year, August 15th made a year. So September, October, November. So almost 15 months later, I got 88 videos that I hope you guys are enjoying. And 12 more, big 100. I might do something special for my 100th video, which will be in like 12 weeks. Well, this will count as a video. So this will be 89. So 11 more. So about 11 more weeks. It'd be like just January, February. Yeah, about February. I hit 100 around that time. Unless I just do a push. I could just do a push. Just do 2 per week for the next 5-6 weeks. There's no rush for that. Plenty of time left. Plenty of time. So yeah, okay. So at 59 minutes now, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Feel free to spread the word on this channel, guys, if you want to. Patreon's still a thing. I know you guys always ask. I have a ton of people ask me about Patreon and what it is and what it's for, and all it is just another way. It's just a way to support the channel. Some people use Patreon as its own like platform. They'll post things on there and they'll film on there. I don't do that. I just use Patreon as a way to allow people to support the channel. Because even when I first started, there was plenty of people out there that are just like, well, man, this is great. Like, I love the stuff. Like, how do I support it? Like, how do I get out there and like, how do I get out, like, do something for it? Like, support it or help the channel. And that's what it is. It was right around the time I got 100 subscribers, I think, is when I went and created it. I said, once I get 100 subscribers, I'll create the Patreon page. I should have did it earlier. That's when I did it. So about a year ago, just just under a year ago. And then I created that for a way for people to go and donate to the channel if they want to. I don't push it. I'll never say like, oh, please go. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? But being that people do ask me all the time, like, how can I support it? It's just Patreon. It's patreon.com/travel without a cause. And you can go there. You'll see the channel. You'll see me. And then you can donate different amounts. You can do a one-time thing. You can do like a subscription where you can just pay the same amount, like auto comes out automatically every month, a certain amount. And trust me, it helps. There's times, that little bit adds up quick. I say a little bit, but like even when I first started doing it, like, the few people that are donating to the thing, it added up quick. It helps out with gas money, helps out with hotels sometimes and all that, if and when I need a hotel room. So things like that. And as it grows and I get, if I grow the Patreon too, that'd be a great thing. If I don't, I'm not doing this for that anyway. I don't do this for money, but it definitely helps. The only reason I'm kind of elaborating on that is because people have been asking me over the last few months here and there. So I figured I just kind of take a couple minutes to just explain thoroughly what Patreon is. Because I say it all the time in my videos. I never really explain what it is. Besides, I think in the videos I say like, if you want to donate to the page, go to Patreon. I think maybe some people are just like, well, what is that? So that's all it is. It's like a transaction base. It's a way to set up. It's a platform you can go and find the channel, the person you want to support, donate to or whatever, and it's just laid out and it has like different tiers and packages, and you get different things. You'll see on there like I think if you do like $3, $3. It's a while since I looked at my own Patreon page. I think $3 you get a shout out in the video, like the next video I make. So the next vlog I make, I'll give you a shout out, so your name will be in that video forever. I think if you do $5, you get like it might be either I think it's five. I think it's either 5 or 7. You get like a monogram or like an item, like a cup. You get the hiccups again all of a sudden. Like a koozie cup, not a koozie cup. What do you call it? Like a drawing a blank. The like a Yeti cup, like the insulated cups. Like it'll have travel without a cause, my emblem on them and stuff like that. Maybe put my face on it, something like that. You'll get that with just like the $5 donation or whatever, $7, whatever it is. It's all on there. I should have looked at it before if I was going to talk, I should have looked at it before. I could have told you more specifically, but all you got to do is go to the page and you'll see it's all like there's different tiers and what you get with those tiers. So it's not like you just donate and get nothing. Like you donate and you get something in return, of course. I'm not just going to leave you guys hanging. Thanks for the support. You don't get anything, And so that, and it does help out. I didn't plan on talking about Patreon for 3 minutes, but there you go. That's what it is. So along with that, I was just saying, feel free to share the channel if you like. If you like it enough, tell your friends about it. Any ideas you want me to go places, states, cities, towns, all that, any ideas, any types of videos you want me to do? And if you want to do more live streams, let me know. Anything, just, I'd love to hear from you guys, basically is what I'm saying. And I love you all. Thanks for everything. I can't say how grateful I am that this channel is growing the way it is, and it's steadily growing, constantly getting new subscribers. And that in and of itself, if I never made a dime off of the channel, I didn't create this channel to make money. I said before I even started the channel, I was like, I'm not doing it for money. I never will do it for money. It'd be a wonderful thing if I made enough money on this channel to where I could do it full time, but that's like, that'd be a dream come true, but it's not what I'm basing my reality on, But thank you for everything. Thanks for every dime you guys have donated and all that. Thanks for every click and watch and minute that you've watched my videos. Thank you to all the new and old subscribers that are part of this channel. I love you all. I hope to maybe meet you all one day. It'd be great. As far-fetched as that may sound, that'd be a great thing, meet everybody over time. But, one can dream. But yeah, I love you all. I'm loving the channel. I'm loving doing this. I hope I can keep doing this for a very long time. I think the best is definitely yet to come. Absolutely yet to come. I still think of my channel as an infantile stage because I'm just limited on time and availability. I don't have all the money in the world to go stay all these fancy, or say fancy, but far out places, far away and stuff like that. And so that'll come in time. And so that's one thing you guys can look forward to is if you like it now, even if you kind of like the channel now, it's only going to get way better once I'm able to travel further out, go see these places, give my channel more variety. not just Louisiana, which is not bad at all because I live in a pretty amazing place. But once I can start getting out there and add some variety and switching it out, more well-rounded, types of videos, places, things, people. Start doing some meetups, planning some meetups with you guys, all that. I have all that in the plans, and so yeah, and the van situation, if that works out, hopefully in the near future here, that would be a huge step. That'd be like jumping over 3 or 4 steps. It'd be like leapfrogging a few steps to get to, the point where I'm able to do a lot more of the stuff I was just saying, variety, and traveling further away to do more different types of stuff, different types of places, different types of cultures, and all that stuff. So yeah. So with that, I'll go ahead and hang up here. It was good talking to you. Shout out to Ann, who jumped on and had a little sweet conversation with me. And don't forget to stay tuned, stay cool, and stay tuned. So I haven't decided which one of those I want to go with yet. I think I was going to keep using them interchangeably. But signing off from my humble abode here in my apartment, my fake fireplace, my red vine philodendron plant, which is growing nicely and binding up around my door. One of these days, we'll get all the way over here. And that's part of a 30-something-year-old plant, by the way. The mother plant's like 30-something years old. A buddy of mine from Costco gave me that. It was just a little thing. That was grown, binding. It's like probably 9 feet tall. Can't really see it from where you're at, but it's about 9 feet tall. If I had like a brick wall or something with more texture, it binds fast. It grows faster when it has something to grab, because it has these little fingers on it, like these little like plant fingers on it, and you can see it. You can see those things. They'll grab onto something and they hold on to it. Then it starts binding, and it's cool to watch. And but living, having sheetrock walls in here, it's not a whole lot of texture for it to grab onto. So you kind of got to encourage it. Like I get like clear thumbtacks and it's to help it grow. And if I see like another leaf kind of growing out, I'll kind of pull it and let it grow more, stuff like that. But if it had like a brick wall or something like that, or like a lattice thing, man, that thing they take off. Like it'd be all over the place. So anyway, another rabbit hole, another tangent on that. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm probably good chance I'm going to blog at least one thing this weekend, maybe 2. Got a 3-day weekend. And so yeah, so keep your eyes and ears open for that one. And yeah, can't think of anything else. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, goodbye, and I'll see you guys all later. And I'm hanging up right now. There we go.